Hello class, this is a video tutorial continuing on Z-score tables. In the previous video, we saw this notation being applied to the regular plus minus 1, plus minus 2, and plus minus 3 Z-scores. This is something we should already be very familiar with by now. But now let's actually go into the use of the Z-score tables. So here we go. It's the same set of information, 16,500 students, a mean of 64.2, standard deviation of 9.5. Let's now calculate how many students scored below these numbers here. Now, this is just a normal Z-table use. Let's do this first for all four of them. The notation, so the probability or percentage of x is less than 65. So that is the same as saying the number of students that scored below 65. For this one, it would be x is less than 70. And for this one, the probability or percentage of x is less than 85, and so on. So this is for when it says it is below this value. You might see it as below less than or equal to. It won't change. Well, for this particular type of calculation, it won't change whether it is below and equal to or just below. Now, the next step for this is we need to find the equivalent Z-score of this. So the probability or percentage of the Z-score less than, and we're now going to convert 65 as a Z-score against these two pieces of info. Let's actually convert this into orange and bring this down here so we don't always have to scroll up. So let's now convert these as Z-scores. For this first one, I'm going to use my iPad calculator. So it'll be 65 minus the mean, 64.2, over 9.5. This is getting us a Z-score of 0.084. So 0.084. But the table that we're working with only has 2 decimal places. So we're going to round this to the nearest 2 decimal place. So 65 becomes this, which becomes this notation here. Let's do this for all four. So the percentage of Z less than, let's actually do this for all of them, like so. So we're still working with finding the notation. For these three, I'm going to use my physical calculator. It's just a lot faster. So 70 minus the mean over 9.5. You should be getting a Z-score, a Z-score of 0.6105, but I'm going to leave it as 0.61. If we were to do this now for the 85, you should get 2.19. And for this last one of 90, you should be getting 2.72. So these are the equivalent Z-scores of what we're seeing here. Now that we have this notation, we can now actually apply this to the Z-score table. So here we go. All this says now, let's move this down here for the next set. All this says now is if I want to find the percentage of Z-scores below 0.08, we look at this Z-score table. 0.08 is going to be here. 0.0 all the way across to 8. So this, if I were to graph it roughly here, would be 0.08, and it's everything below. Well, according to this, it's giving us 53.188. So 53.188%. So calculating this now, we get 53.188% times 16,500 students. Calculator, 53.188%. So, times 16,500. That's giving me 8,776.02. But we're going to leave that at 8,776. Let's now go into this one. You can try this yourself as well. So here we go. So it's saying the percentage of Z-scores, so this is now a Z-score table, below 0.61. So 0.61 would be 0.61. So this is 72.907. So 0.61 is approximately here. According to our table, 0.61 is 72.907. So this is 72.907%. So we're now just going 72.907% times 16,500. Using my calculator here, 72.907% times 16,500 should get you 12,029.655, but this will round up to 30. So 12,030 students scored between less than 70. Moving on to this one. I hope already this is very clear how to work this. So this is all going to be just the regular Z-score table use. So a Z-score of less than 2.19. So we'd have to go to 2.1. 2.19 is all the way at the end. That gets us 98.574. So 2.19 looks to be about here. So this percentage and below was 98.574. 98.574%. So 98.574% times 16,500 points. Using my calculator here, this should get us 16,265 rounded up to the nearest whole. Okay, you can go ahead and try this last one yourself. We're now looking for a Z-score of 2.72 and below. So if we were to graph that here, 2.7 would be close to here, and everything below it. So what percentage of students are below that? So 2.72, using our table here, 2.72, this one needs a little bit more work, is right there. 0.99674, which is 99.674%. So 99.674% times 16,500. 674% times 16,500 gets us 16,446 students. Well, 0.21, but we're not going to include that. So I hope that's given you an insight with this regular use of the Z-score table. So notice how it's always going to be below, well, this table showing below a particular z-score. In the next video, we're going to see this working above a particular z-score. So, yeah, hope to see you then, and best of luck.